Oh, you guys locked them in. Thank you.
All right, we are joined by UCLA head coach Kelly Inouye-Perez and players Alexis Ramirez, Kaitlyn Terry, and Jessica Clements. A reminder to please silence your cell phones. Give your name and media affiliation when you get the mic to ask a question. Recording of the press conference with cell phones is prohibited, and if you want to ask a question on Zoom, make sure to use the raise hand function. We'll start with a opening statement from coach, then go to player or questions just for players. Players will be dismissed, then go back to questions just for coach. So, coach, if you have an opening statement.
Yeah, just we knew it would be a great game. You know, they're a great competitor, they're a great team, but I love the way my team fought tonight. And we have a saying, you know, like I think things happen that are out of our control that can actually frustrate you and can get you out of your game. And the one thing that I talked about with the team prior to is to eliminate the noise. Things are going to get crazy. Eliminate the noise and figure out how to play the game one pitch at a time. So, I'm proud of them. Their ability to throw punches, their ability to stay in. KT pitched an amazing game, and her and Lefty worked so beautifully together. Had a great game plan, and they just made adjustments. But with that being said, game one is the biggest one. So our ability to get this one is something that I'm very proud of, the way that we did it, and to be able to not come from behind, but put ourselves in a position to have that walk-off, I think is a sign of great things to come. I'm really excited about getting back out there.
Okay, we'll start with questions for players. Front row, left.
James Kirby with the Oregonian. Jessica, you had homered off of Sokolsky back earlier in the season. What were you sitting on, and what did you hit there? And just how big a moment was that feel like for a transfer who I imagine you wanted this stage and you got that opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, this is every girl's dream. This has been my dream for as long as I can remember. I never thought I'd be here. Super blessed to be here. I do remember my at-bat against Sokolsky. I was just trying to take it one step at a time, one breath at a time, one pitch at a time. I had a good first hack, and that all started also with just a base runner getting on, and I was quite honestly just looking middle and looking for a good pitch that I want to drive and just going for a base hit to keep the rally going, not trying to do too much, and I got the payoff from it, and I'm so blessed to be here alongside and to have gotten the opportunity to have that at bat. And again, that started with getting a base runner on, and it was feel on top of the world. That was awesome.
Okay, we go front row, right.
Brady Vernon, Softball America. Alexis, just getting that home run and finally breaking through against Grind, just how big a relief was that in the dugout to kind of keep things going?
Yeah, it was awesome. I think that it was just a big momentum switch for us. Again, credit to the base runner getting on. I think it was Jordan just extending the inning and passing the bat. Without whoever's in front of me, I don't get that chance. But it was really big momentum switch for us, and it was good.
Okay, we'll go back to front row, left.
James Kirby with the Oregonian. Alexis, the obstruction rule is certainly a controversial one, and everybody's got opinions on it. From your perspective, walk us through the play and what you believe you can and should do differently there to avoid obstruction, and what were your emotions in that half inning to go from that in the top half to going home victorious in the bottom half?
Yeah, I think that there are just rules a part of the game, and that's one of them, and that's out of my control. But just credit to my teammates for getting a rally going in that inning and having my back at the end of the day.
Okay, we go front row, right.
Brady Vernon, Softball America. KT, what kind of goes into pitch sequencing and those kind of conversations when you played a team already 3 times this season?
I think, honestly, it was very different this time because they didn't see my best the first time we played them. So, honestly, just attacking them with my strength and my pitches because they just haven't seen me, how I am.
Any more questions for players? Okay, players, you're dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, questions for Coach Inouye-Perez? Okay, go front row, left here.
James Kirby with the Oregonian. Kelly, just the same question that I was asking Alexis, but when the initial call is out at home and you're nearly out of the ball game at that point and it's overturned on obstruction, your perspective on the play and what your catcher could have even done differently on a play that the throw home was out by a couple of steps.
Yeah, I don't agree with the call, period. I thought she was clearly out. So with that being said, it is a rule that is interesting. You know, we were eliminated from the World Series when obstruction was clearly just a mess, and I believe, unfortunately, things like this in the game happen. So with that being said, there is nothing. It was obstruction. They called it obstruction, period. The fact that we answered back and walked it off is what I want to walk away from this game from. I'm proud of them, that they didn't let that carry the momentum and give it back to them.
Okay, we'll go front row right.
Brady Vernon, Softball America. Jessica's hit 3 homers now in the postseason. She's surpassed her career high. Just has anything changed for her lately, or just even this going into the season from Cal Poly?
You know, what's so funny is the best part about Jessica is she's so humble. You know, when we recruited her from the portal, you know, she actually had great numbers, and I asked her what her biggest fear was coming to UCLA, because there were so many great things to look forward to, and she was really excited about the program and knew a lot about the program. And she said, my biggest fear is that am I going to be good enough to be able to play at this level? And I don't even know when it was, but it was later towards the season. But she was getting a little frustrated, and I had to tell her, I said, you know, and with the whole team, I said, there's no reason for you to get frustrated. You have 1 year to play softball here as a Bruin. And in the 1 year that you've been a Bruin, you have done so much to leave your name as somebody to be remembered on, not just being able to hit for average, because she hits for high average, but her ability to hit for power. And she said, Coach, I didn't hit home runs. But credit to our coaches, credit to Jess, credit to her. And I said to her in the dugout when she was 0 for, you know, she ended up getting a hit, but she was 0 for, and I said, you know, introduce yourself on this stage. Let them know who you are. And she was dancing, you know. So I was telling the team, I'm like, just loose. Just enjoying the moment and really saying, you know, I just love being here. This is so much fun. So to be able to see her literally, you know, end it there with a walk-off is when she truly says she's living her dream. Her dream was to play here at Oklahoma City. There's nothing better than to be able to hit a walk-off home run in Game 1 at the College World Series. That'll be a memory she'll have for a lifetime, period. I'm so proud of her.
Any more questions? Okay, front row left.
James Kirby with the Oregonian. Kelly, when Grind was struggling with first pitch strikes in the first, but you guys managed to have a lot more success against her, whether by run scoring or just getting on and threatening throughout. What shifted on your side of the coin? Because she was attacking the zone far better from the second on, yet your guys' offensive success was stronger despite that. What adjustments did you guys make, particularly with Alexis there?
Yeah, I mean, just period adjustments. She throws the ball up. Our goal was to have a high turn, and we got it. That's it.
Any more questions? Okay, thank you.
Thanks.